Okay, so for those that don't know, have never done bedtime yoga, this is a great way to help slow down your sympathetic system. So every day we are faced with challenges, past worries, and even future anxieties. So being able to come into these poses, doing these yoga breath work, we're able to get a better night's sleep, because it's all these worries, all these challenges and things that we're worrying about, even stuff that hasn't even happened yet, can help us, can make us not get enough sleep, because that's when our minds are quiet and the thoughts start going and going and going, and it stops us from getting that sleep that our body needs. So right now it's just time to focus on the now. We want to be present, we want to slow down, we want to slow that mind down, slow the body down, because it's our time to relax and unwind. So we're going to begin seated cross-legged, and we're going to start with the breath work. So this breathing technique that I'm going to do with you today is counting the breath. So this is a great thing to remember. This breathing technique I'm teaching you is a great one to remember if you can't sleep. It's a bit like counting the sheep, I would say, but you're counting your breath only up to a certain amount. But we're just going to check in with ourselves first, check in with our postures, and just improve the way we're seated. So you can, if you want, grab a pillow, fold it up, and just place it underneath your buttocks. This is if you have quite tight hips. So if you feel restricted around this area, then this just helps to elevate the hips, and you'll be able to feel more comfortable and sit nice and tall as well. Or you can just be seated onto the earth. So we're just going to begin by slightly moving the flesh away from the buttocks, and this is a chance for you to widen your sitting bones and to feel grounded. So today is all about feeling grounded and ready to start the breath work. So the more length we have within the body, the more the breath can flow through the body. So we're going to begin down to the base of our spine, and we're going to connect a bright light that's swirling around the spine. We're going to connect that with the breath. So as you inhale, this bright light is swirling up your spine, and as it does, feel yourself getting taller. Begin to relax your shoulders as this bright light sends healing energy around this area, around your chest, making its way past your throat chakra, into your mind's eye, and out for the crown of the head. Placing the palms of your hands lightly onto your knees, elbows slightly bent. Relax your jaw, relax your facial muscles, close your eyes if you haven't already. Just take yourself away from the outside world. And just use this time right now just to remind yourself that this is your time. This is your time to relax. This is your time to unwind. You deserve it. So maybe you could set an intention just at the beginning of the class, set an intention. So maybe it might be to be kind to yourself and forgive yourself. So if you feel like you can't get into a pose a certain way, don't worry, don't judge what you can and can't do. This is all about self-development. Do what is right for you. Be mindful of what you can and can't do. Be mindful of tension that's in the body. And that's what we're going to learn today, breathing into that area of tension and releasing. So they're quite restorative poses that we'll be doing today, using the breath to release any unwanted tension within the body, releasing that stress, that emotion inside the body. So now what I want you to do is just begin to notice your breath. So we're not trying to change it in any way. I just want you to notice how you are breathing. Are your breaths shallow? Do your breaths feel restricted in any way? Feel the breath in the nostrils, in the throat, the chest, the abdomen. Notice every single breath you put out in the universe today. And then we're going to slowly begin to deepen that breath. Keeping the mouth closed, we're going to inhale through the nostrils and exhale back out through the nostrils. And just always just checking in with yourselves, making sure that you're still seated nice and tall and you're not allowing your body to slouch. Allowing that breath to flow through your body. Allowing the breath to help you to feel calm and relaxed. And now this is the little exercise we're going to do today, and it's an exercise you can take away with you. It's easy to remember, and it's a great way to calm the mind and just to help you relax, getting rid of the negative thoughts or anxiety, and just able to concentrate on this breathing technique. So basically what we're going to do is you inhale, in your mind you're going to say 1, and as you exhale, in your mind you will say 2. Inhale 3, exhale 4. Inhale 5, exhale 6. Inhale 7, exhale 8. Inhale 9, exhale 10. And you will stop at 10 and then start again. So you'll inhale 1. Don't worry if your mind wanders and you lose where you're at in counting, you just go back to 1. So when we come into this state of breathing and concentrating on one thing, sometimes our mind can wander, but just come back to the breath. Come back to the counting of the breath. So I'm going to allow you to do this for a couple of minutes on your own. I'm going to do it with you, but in total silence, just the music in the background. And again, don't judge those thoughts, just acknowledge those thoughts that appear and come back to the breath. So just exhale completely and begin. Begin to bring your awareness back into this space, back into the room, back into your body, to the ground that's supporting you, that's grounding you. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, just allow the arms to soften, bringing them down to the sides of the body. And just begin to notice, as you open your eyes, the room around you. Being mindful of the colours, being mindful of how you feel. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly lean up and we're going to come to seated on our heels. So we're going to come into something called child pose. This is such a great relaxation pose. It also helps to calm the mind. Now, if you want, I'm going to use the pillows. So stack 2 pillows, if you have got them, just in front of you. We're going to bring the knees hip width apart, and we're going to bring the big toes together. And we're going to allow those hips, those sitting bones, to sit nice and comfortably in those in the heels. A nice length in the spine, bringing the head in line with the spine and the hips. And we're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to bring the arms up all the way as if we're trying to reach for the sky, lengthening equally through the sides of the body. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the hands either side of the pillows, slowly, slowly, bringing those arms forward, lengthening through the arms, and bringing the torso and the chest on top of the pillow, just coming down onto your right ear. Relaxing deeply. Close the eyes a moment, and in each pose today, they're going to be nice restorative poses. And we're going to take 5 deep breaths. We're going to take 5 deep breaths on the right side of the ear, with the ear facing on the right side, feeling that stretch in the neck. And with every breath that you take, on an inhale, I want you to say in your mind, relax. And as you exhale, I want you to say in your mind, I release tension. So first of all, we're going to focus on the neck. So you inhale relaxation, and as you exhale, releasing tension. And then we're going to bring our awareness now to our knees. And as you inhale, breathe in relaxation to this area. And as you exhale, allow the tension to be released. Bringing our awareness now to our hips. Inhaling relaxation. And exhale, allow any tension to leave with the breath. Now bringing your awareness to your spine. Breathing in relaxation and exhaling tension. On your next inhalation, we're going to bring the left side of the ear down to the pillow, giving a nice stretch in the neck. But this time we're going to bring the arms back so the hands are either side of the feet, on the sides of the feet. And we're just going to close our eyes, and again we're going to take 5 deep breaths. Inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling out through the nostrils. But this time, with your next 4 breaths, I want you to notice where you're holding the most tension. Is it in the shoulders? Is it in the hips? And I want you to use that breathing technique I just taught you to completely surrender that tension that you're holding on to. when you're on your last breath, on that last inhalation, you're slowly going to walk the hands back nice and slowly. Keep the chin tucked into the chest. And you're slowly going to bring the hips in line with the chest and the chest in line with the head. Coming all the way up, seated on the heels, nice and slow. This is all about being kind to ourselves today and allowing our minds to relax. Lovely. So we're going to come into something now called tabletop pose. So you can get the cushion or your pillow and just place it underneath your knees. This is just to help a bit more comfort for the knees. So we're going to come into our tabletop position, checking in with our posture, making sure we're nice and aligned. Fingers nice and spread, protecting the wrist. Wrist directly underneath the shoulders. And gazing softly back at the knees, just making sure that the knees are in line with the hips and the ankles are in line with the knees. So we're going to do something now called cat-cow, and this is really good, a really good sequence to do to allow more mobility in the spine. It eases the mind, relaxing the mind. It's great for insomnia, and also it gives a nice deep massage and stimulates the organs, which in return helps with digestion. So again, a lot of people tend to allow their tummy to dip, which are putting a lot of pressure on your lower back. So just ever so slightly draw the navel in towards the spine, so you're creating a nice neutral curve in the spine here and allowing a bit more strength in that lower back. Gazing softly towards the earth, taking a few deep breaths, just checking in with yourself. Allowing your breath to flow freely through your body. Then on the next inhale, you're going to dip the tummy down, draw that tailbone up, bring the head up, draw those shoulder blades back. And as you exhale, pushing the hands into the earth, and we're going to round that back, tucking the tailbone under, and just gazing softly back at the knees. And we're going to inhale, draw those shoulder blades back, tilting the tailbone up, bringing the head up, opening that chest. Exhale, rounding that back. Inhale up, arching the back, looking up, really opening that chest, creating expansion in that chest. Exhale down, back rounded, really flow with the breath. And then we're going to inhale, coming back up into our neutral position, into our neutral spine. So now we're going to do some hip circles. So we hold a lot of emotions in our hips, a lot of tension in our hips. So now is the time to release all this stress, release all this tension. So I don't know what feels right for your body. So what I want you to do is just close your eyes, and I want you to do what feels right. If you want to just dance with your hips, moving your hips, circling, making a figure of 8, even bending the elbows, coming back and forth, side to side. Just do what feels right for you. This is a great way to relieve stress and balances your emotions. I don't want you to worry about how you look, but what I do want you to do is just bring any attention and notice any tension within the body. And again, breathing into this tension, going with what feels right for you. And as you exhale, allowing your body to release and surrender that tension with the breath. You can even move the head Releasing tension in the shoulders, in the neck, relaxing the jaw. Also, another little one I like to do is called a cat sweeping pose, and this is with the breath. So you can try this, or you can continue how you are. So what you'll do here is, as you exhale, you'll come back into a slight child pose. Lower the elbows down so you're on your forearms, and as you inhale, you're going to sweep forward as your head is in line with your hands, pushing your body up. Exhale down, elbows on the earth. Inhale, sweeping forward, making sure those fingers are nice and spread. That is one of my favourites. Lovely. How good does this feel? How good does this feel just to be able to take this time for yourself to release this energy? So when you quiet the mind, that is when the soul will speak. And that is when you'll know what to do with your body. Allow your mind and your body to relax, unwind and release tension. Lovely. So coming back to neutral now, opening the eyes. We're going to come into something called extended puppy pose. Oh, I love this one. So what we're going to do, the main thing here, the most important thing, is to make sure that your knees are kept in line with your hips. So you want to keep those hips nice and stacked over the knees. You're going to take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, it's a bit like a child pose, but you're keeping the hips up. You're going to exhale, allow the arms to slide forward, and you're going to lower the chest and the head down to the earth, creating a nice stretch in the front of the torso. And you're going to breathe in deeply. You may need to readjust, but you want to try and keep those hips in line with excellent, lovely. Really arch that back. Breathe into the space in the back. This is a great way also to relieve gas and bloating. So if you do suffer with this, this is a great pose to do. Also a great way to relax the spine and the shoulders. Breathe in deeply. Try to relax those shoulder blades down the back. On your next inhalation, slowly walk the hands back, coming back into your tabletop position. So you can keep the pillow where it is for now. Keep the hands, making sure the fingers are nice and spread still. Keeping the hands and the feet exactly where they are, but you're going to tuck the toes under. Then on an inhale, you're going to lift those hips up, straighten the knees, and we're going to come into downward facing dog. Keeping the ears in line with the arms. If you do suffer with tight hamstrings, sorry, stay there, something's just come up on my phone, it's fine. Right, if you do suffer with tight hamstrings, then just keep the heels up. If you do, just slightly walk it out. So walking on the spot, releasing tension in the back of the legs here. And then I just want you to allow that head to drop. Allow the head to soften, keeping the ears in line with the arms. And then what I want you to do is I want you to visualize a trapped door in the crown of your head. And as you take a deep breath in, imagine this trapdoor opening up. And as you exhale, allowing any stress, tension, worries, anxiety to just spill out. releasing it all. And just take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, releasing any unwanted stress, anxiety, and feelings that no longer serve you. And on your next exhale, we're going to bring the knees down slowly. Come back to seated on your heels. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders. And then we're just going to lean to the left and just allow the legs to be outstretched in front of you. Grab your 2 pillows. If you've got 2 pillows, you can have one, that's fine. If you do have tight hamstrings here, you can pop the pillow underneath, one of the pillows underneath your legs. This is just to help elevate the knees here, and in return it won't be so uncomfortable for your legs. So with the other pillows that you've got, you're going to place them on top of your legs. Try to bring them as close in to the body as possible. As you inhale, we're going to bring the arms up, really stretching up high. And as you exhale, keeping that length, we're going to hinge from the hips. And we're going to allow the body to round over the pillow. Just bringing the chin onto the pillow. And then just allow the hands, the palm of the hands, to softly touch the floor. And just relax those shoulders, bringing the shoulders away from the ears. And then just placing your right ear onto your pillow. Allowing your mind to relax, your shoulders to relax. Breathing into the space in your back, into the upper, mid and lower back. Into the spine. Breathing into the hips. Relaxing your legs. Relaxing your ankles, your feet. Relaxing every part of your body. And then just placing your left ear onto the pillow. And just taking 3 more deep breaths. And with every exhale, allow your body to soften. Allow your body to relax. Allow every part of you to unwind. And on your next inhalation, I want you to reach forward as if you're trying to reach something, and then you're going to lengthen and come all the way up with your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, releasing the hands down slowly, feeling the blood rush into your fingers.